You know, what frustrated me for so many years, obviously I've done this for so long, that on our social media accounts, I'd be talking about all this stuff. And I would always get comments of like, oh yeah, like I already know this. I already know all this. And, you know, I used to just think to myself, knowing is not doing. We all know a know-it-all. There's always someone who knows everything, but are they actually living it? Are they doing it? And one of my mentors, Craig Harper, massive shout out to Craig Harper. He's got one of the most popular podcasts in the world called The You Project. And he used to just say the difference between knowing it and doing it, one's going to get you results. So I think the implementation of the program is what's so vital. And that's why we have such a huge emphasis on accountability. That's why every single Friday, it's a mandatory thing inside our program that our members have to share a win or a learning from the past week. You've got to dig for it sometimes. So, you know, I think if you're listening at home and you're going, but this is all just so simple. My question back to you is it simple or it just makes sense? Because we know that just because it's simple doesn't mean it's easy. Yeah. Like, I think that's the misconception that we all have in life, is that it's simple. It should just be easy. It's like, no, it's simple and it can be hard. It's hard to show up every day. It's hard to stick to your baseline. It's hard to do the fundamentals when you don't feel like it. It's hard to post a win on a Friday when you don't feel like it. But if we waited and waited and waited until we felt better to do all this, well, we're never going to get better. And so one of my favorite sayings is, you can't wait to get better in order to get better. You have to start now to get better later. And this is just a common misconception that I see, is like, I'm just going to wait until I feel good to like do the stuff. That is the opposite of what's going to actually get you well. You have to start now, in the mud, in the shit. You have to start implementing, and over time, it will get better. As you get healthier, your symptoms will decrease. And we see this every single week, don't you? I mean, Ash, you're the one that's in charge of client success. You see the emails come in all the time. Like, I'm feeling so much better in myself and I'm good.
And I think that's also where the overwhelm for some can come from as well, because doing the simple things consistently can sometimes feel like, no, this isn't going to get me anywhere. I need like some big
Magical.
giant milestone to move through. Give me the huge drop of aha moment that's going to make me go like, oh yes, I get it. And now I have moved through the doors, and that's not how it goes. And so it is usually the very simple, small, day-to-day steps that seem so controversial in terms of, that's not going to make that much of a difference. Give me the big stuff. And the people coming to us, they're go-getters. They're not lazy people. You know, they're people that are like, okay, give me the big thing. I'm dedicated. I'm here. I'm going to do it all. I'm committed. It can be very hard to be like, we take the small, simple steps every single day. It can be like, isn't there something bigger that I need to be doing?
You got to hit singles every day, not home runs. You know, that's one of my favorite sayings, is like, hit singles daily. Forget about the home run. The home run will come. We all want the breakthrough. You know, we want that like, oh, wow.
Of course.
The overnight quick fix, right? But the sooner you stop searching for that, the sooner you'll get better.